Fathers, what moment made your life fall apart? My 8-year-old daughter asked me why I never came to her school events like her real dad did. I'd been married to her mother for 4 years, raised Emma since she was 3, and thought she was mine. That's when I discovered my wife had been secretly meeting with Emma's biological father the entire time, telling Emma he was her real daddy, and I was just mommy's friend who helps pay bills. The custody battle destroyed my savings, my marriage, and my relationship with the little girl I'd loved as my own daughter. I met Sarah when Emma was 3. Sarah was a single mom working 2 jobs, struggling to make ends meet. Emma was this shy, adorable kid who barely spoke above a whisper. Sarah told me Emma's biological father had abandoned them, never paid child support, and showed no interest in being a parent. She said he was completely out of the picture and had signed away his parental rights. I believed her completely. By the time Emma turned 4, I was living with them full time. I was the one who potty trained her, taught her to ride a bike, read bedtime stories every night. When she scraped her knee, she ran to me. When she had nightmares, she climbed into my side of the bed. Sarah and I married when Emma was 5. I legally adopted Emma immediately after the wedding. She started calling me daddy, naturally, and I couldn't have been happier. For 3 years, everything was perfect. I coached Emma's soccer team, attended every school play, helped with homework every night. I thought I was living the dream. The cracks started showing when Emma began kindergarten. She'd occasionally mention her other daddy in passing, but I assumed she was talking about imaginary friends or TV characters. But the comments became more frequent and specific. She'd say things like, "My other daddy said I'm getting too tall," or "My other daddy likes my drawings better." When I asked Sarah about it, she'd brush it off as Emma's overactive imagination. The truth came crashing down at Emma's school Christmas program. I was sitting in the front row, recording everything, proud as any father could be. After the show, Emma ran up to me excited, but then her face fell. "Daddy, why didn't you sit with my real daddy?" she asked innocently. "He was in the back row. Mommy said you two can't sit together because it makes you sad." My blood went cold. I scanned the back of the auditorium and saw a man I didn't recognize waving at Emma. She waved back enthusiastically. "Emma, who is that man?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. "That's my real daddy. He comes to all my school stuff. Mommy said you're my stepdaddy who helps pay for our house, but he's my actual daddy who made me." That night, I confronted Sarah. She broke down immediately, admitting she'd been lying about everything for 4 years. Emma's biological father, Marcus, had never signed away his rights. He'd been paying child support the entire time. More devastatingly, he'd been maintaining a relationship with Emma through secret meetups at school and parks. "I wanted to protect you," Sarah sobbed. "I thought if you knew Marcus was still involved, you wouldn't want to marry me. You were so good with Emma, and she needed a stable father figure at home." The betrayal was crushing. For 4 years, I'd believed I was Emma's only father figure, not knowing she had a real daddy who took her to movies, bought her gifts, and attended her school events while I was at work. I filed for divorce immediately. The custody battle was brutal. Since I'd legally adopted Emma, I had parental rights, but Marcus fought for primary custody, claiming I was an interloper who disrupted his relationship with his daughter. The legal fees bankrupted me. Between divorce attorneys and custody lawyers, I spent over $80,000 fighting for the right to remain in Emma's life. The case dragged on for 18 months. In the end, the judge awarded joint custody between Marcus and me, with Sarah getting standard visitation, but the damage was done. Emma was confused and resentful about all the lies. Marcus made it clear he wanted me out of the picture entirely. Emma's now 12, and our relationship never recovered. She visits me every other Christmas and some summer weeks, but she's polite and distant. She calls me by my first name now instead of daddy. When people ask about her family, she talks about her mom and dad. Marcus is dad. I'm just Tom, my mom's ex-husband. The little girl who used to run to me with scraped knees now barely hugs me goodbye.